La. Or Hannah. No, I can almost do Stitch. I will make a boat to cross the sea. Yeah. I will make a boat to cross the sea. Yeah. And this is how it's done. Mm-hmm. Whoa. What the? Yay! Okay. So, off that way about 1,000 blocks is the southernmost of my portals. What did I just sacrifice for this? I feel like I moved... That was it. Okay. Can I fish from a boat? Yes! I think. Maybe not. Well, I give up anyways. So, adjust my course this way just a little bit. I'm on a bit of a mission. I'm on a bit of a mission. That wasn't very good at all. I'm on a bit of a mission to... what am I doing? I have... From having spied... You know, what the land may be out in my area. I have spied that in a great distance there are some ice biomes. And I want to collect a slew of ice. Packed ice probably, but ice in general. For use with construction at origin. And this is, you know, this is really the hell far out. So I'm going to be traveling like so. Probably, and I'll break this up so that you don't have to watch me travel the whole way, because that could take God knows how long, probably hours. This is really far out, I have to tell you. So, you know, oh, flying squids. Oh, I liked flying squids better. Come on. Oh, well. Well, yeah, so I want to find one of these places. And so I'm going to do it. I think also I'm going to hit you guys up with a rant today. It's been a while. A topic, so to speak. It's just usually when I have a topic, it's rant-worthy. Oh, crap. Hey! What the? Boats are so broken in this damn thing. So, let me cut out and do a little bit more arcing, and then I'll spend some time... Look at how tall those are. Spend some time thinking about my rant, and then come back to you, and... Oh, my God. Whew. And then regale you with said rant. Alright? I'm back. I'm back, yeah. And, I made a little bit of a safety hut, which I am now planning to abandon. I thought it was a nice spot, though. I went and recorded it on the map, hellodeneb.com. And, yeah, it's a waypoint, and I'm going to leave this here, which does mean, though, I'm going to want to pick up more wool and wood along the way. However, I'm sick of being here, so I'm going to continue heading south, because that's the general direction I need to go. Excuse me, south. Thus I do. So, I thought today I would rant a little bit about... I don't know. Oh, look. How dare you pick on him? Bear with the sudden distraction. Hello, hello. Whoa, 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 whoa. Holy. Frig. Stay back. Oh. Stay back. Stay back. Figures. Try to leave for a second, and this is what happens. So, what was I friggin' talking about? Science. Or people's fear of it, maybe, is a more apt description for what I intend to talk about. Oh, okay. Good enough, I guess. Did I get any? Yeah, I got enough. Okay. So, science is good. Do you disagree yet? Hello? because it's kind of important. And this is weird. I actually had a guy today trying to tell me that science is fine, but the problem is the people who believe what it has to say. And it was a really strange thing. It actually stemmed from a post I made originally, sort of criticizing people, or the concept anyways, of, not even really that, but criticizing the way media portrays science. And it always reports on what science has to say on a new topic, or an old topic, potentially. But it always reports science or what's going on in terms of absolutes and overhyped weird media, just weirdness. And then as soon as there's two different perspectives on the same thing, all of a sudden science is portrayed as wishy-washy and not knowing what it's not knowing what it's on about. And will science ever decide? And basically as if science was this sort of weakling nerd thing that couldn't be true or couldn't have any relevant thing to say because they can never agree on anything, and there's no consensus on this thing yet. So it's like they forget that's the point. Science is a good science, or good scientists are open to new ideas. Otherwise, we wouldn't have gotten anywhere in the first place. They're open to new ideas, open to criticism. I mean, criticism is never fun, but at least they're open to it. They're doing the job correctly. They consider alternative, explanations and hypotheses, and words that I'm not using very well. They don't shut out anything they don't like. And yes, there are people who succumb to the temptation to do that, who are also scientists. Everybody is imperfect. This is not an argument against science itself. Science is a process of self-testing and self-vetting and picking away at its own imperfections. And with each generation of however long a generation may be, being a few every test or every person who comes along or every time there's a paradigm shift or new discovery, things like that. Each one of these whittles away at the imperfections of the previous. And sometimes it means a complete reversal. You used to think that the sun went around the earth, and we had no evidence to the contrary, except for math, for quite a long time. And the people who used math to figure that out figured it out early, and because it was very difficult to prove it, they were very easily disregarded as kooks. All these various things. Math is one of the most powerful bases of knowledge you could possibly have. I mean, it's as close as you can come to predicting the future. Math, and it really allows people who really know what they're using it for to do pretty amazing things. So it's really too bad that we have sort of disdain for it of late. Ew, math. I don't know how many times I've come across that. I don't know, but man, can you tell I'm frustrated? So yeah, it's frustrating. By the way, I've made a little progress. I just found a village after having found a temple, and now I found a temple after having found that village. So 2 temples really close to each other. The other temple's on the other side of that village. And this is a little bit of a stranger. It's mostly buried, and it's got a thing right on top of it. So that's pretty cool. Let's see. I'm going to excavate a little bit here. Now, as far as science goes, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Good enough. Oh, good. It's just lag talking. Let's see. I can do this. Oh. What else have I got? Boink, 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 boink. Very cool. Okay, so What am I saying? I'm saying I just find it very frustrating, as I'm sure I've expressed, how people who are what this other guy was suggesting basically was that people who are for science are guilty of like confirmation bias, I guess you could say, which is kind of, it does happen. You can't say it doesn't happen, but it is still a fairly bizarre statement. Science, it's... God, I'm having so much difficulty putting this into words. Can I... I'm not sure if I want to do it this way, per se. I kind of like what I'm doing, though. I don't know why it has to be that tall. I'm certainly not exploring very well, am I? Okay, got rid of that. Somehow this on this side it's... Oh, because it's supposed to be. Okay. No wonder it felt so tall on the other side. Cool. Let me do a thing. I do like bones. I kind of hope to run into some wolves along the way. Jeez. That's all I got out of this place. Wolves and... Not wolves. What am I saying? But you can say I found quite a bit of stuff last time I came here. Including TNT. So let's see. Cool. So, I guess I'll mark... Well, I don't have to mark this on the map exactly. But look at that. I even have a way out. Except for this. Cool. So that's cool. Makes me kind of want to mark this place. Let's just do this for now. Ooh. I kind of know where it is. So let's see. South? Yeah, south. Let's head south. So let me get into first, I guess, not first, but get a little bit into science itself. What did I come away with? Basically nothing. Okay. There's a good sort of quasi-infographic available online in many places. It's very frequently stolen and requoted. Which basically suggests what the difference between science and pseudoscience are. And they basically say, with science, you have the willingness to change your view with new evidence. Whereas pseudoscience, the thing it's being compared to, says it has fixed ideas. You have this notion that's already pretty much set in stone for you, and you only pursue anything that reinforces that. And that's very, very much confirmation bias. Look at that. I like that hill right there. I wonder if that's natural. And science is subject to ruthless peer review because, like I said before, or may have not said before, it is a competitive sport. It's a thing these people are doing. Like, this is sort of weird mentality out there right now amongst people who don't like what science has to say, that science is this giant conspiracy to ruin their lives. That all these scientists are in it together. They're all out to make your life worse. It's a big conspiracy. No. These people are pretty much tooth and nail with each other. I mean, they're a cooperative group, and being sort of this sort, they probably actually get along with each other even when they battle it out, so to speak. But it is a competitive sport. They have to prove... I mean, they're not just in competition with each other, but they're in competition with themselves to do the right work and get the right answers and not look like an idiot when they submit their papers for peer review. And this is where what we're talking about now is the subject is science is subject to very difficult peer review when done correctly. It's not always done correctly, but the thing is, if bad science gets into the mix, it's only a matter of time before someone comes along, finds that out, does a better job, and look, another temple. Does a better job and disproves the whole thing. So, that's one of the ways science grows. Sometimes the bad stuff helps you figure out what the good stuff is. Why is there only... Oh, geez, look at this. Here we go again. I can almost do exactly the same thing I did last time. The only problem is I don't want to get too full with debris here. I've got a fair stack of it. But I do want to explore these things, and I liked what I just did last time. So how about I do this for a few minutes and get back to you. Alright. It occurs to me that I might want to have more obsidian than I brought with me. So I'm going to do this real quick. Make some... obsidian, I guess. Get back with you in a few more minutes. Look. Another village. I'm cleaning up when it comes to stealing books from these guys. I'm sort of a book thief. Don't know why, but I'm doing it. Yet another one I have to mark on the map here. Oh, look at that house. I don't think there's a way in. Very interesting. Let me just record this. There, good enough. So I think I'll just keep... Oh, no. Is this a book house? No, it's not. Oh, sun's going down. I'd better get out of here. Oh, books. Look at that. Books. Steal all the books. Steal all the books. When lag will permit, that is. Oh, I'm already full. Okay, what can I do about that? What can I live without? What can I live without? Oh my gosh. Oops, sorry. Books. I don't know. Carrots I can live without. They're easier to come by than apples. Apples can become golden apples. Let's get the hell out of here. So, actually, it'd be wisdom in not trying to do this overnight. But I still got to keep going this way. So let's keep going. So, what was I saying about something? Let me pull up the other screen here. My reference material, since my distractedness is making for a terrible episode so far. So, what was that? Peer review, right? So, the next thing, well, pseudoscience and the people who either complain for or against something in science that they don't like or like, whatever, have no peer review at all. Anything that could potentially challenge their perspective is automatically wrong, is an attack on their person, you name it. It's the biggest thing I come up against whenever trying to have any kind of internet argument is people who absolutely not, they'll avoid, I believe I've complained about this on previous episodes, they'll avoid anything that might be different than what they already believe. And it drives me up a wall. But that's sort of lack of peer review. They don't want to even review themselves, much less have anybody else do it. I'm not sure which of those two things this counts as, but there you go. So the next thing, real science takes account of all new discoveries when dealing... Ooh, look at this, a new biome. Ooh, so much for savanna. Maybe that means I'm heading into colder climates finally. I mean, I'm on the hunt for ice, so this is better, sort of in the right general direction, I guess. Look at that moon coming up over the... Hey, though this may be where one could pick up some wolves, maybe. We'll see. So yeah, it takes account of all new discoveries. Now, that's actually really hard to do. science as a community can do it. Individuals will have some difficulties. So the fact that they're wishy-washy, they haven't considered all the possibilities because they're human, they're limited, they can't know all the possible new discoveries and how it impacts. So sometimes they have to be challenged by someone else who put A and B together. And of course, this is, being human, you feel a little defensive. And of course, then the media picks this up and is like, oh, scientists can't agree about anything. Science must be wrong, So with the alternative, though, for pseudosciences, only selects favorable discoveries. So confirmation bias, basically, the tendency to prefer only what says what you already want to hear. Okay. Real science invites criticism. May not necessarily be comfortable with criticism, but at least continually invites it, that they understand if they're really interested in the truth, they have to be challenged, they have to be criticized, they have to be taken into account for what they've observed and what they've concluded and stuff like that. Because how else are they going to improve? How else are they eventually going to know what the truth is if what their current estimation of it isn't challenged? So yes, they invite criticism. The alternative sees criticism as conspiracy, which is like basically what I was describing earlier. People who don't want to believe in global warming will see the fact that 97 to 99% of all scientists working in the year 2013 had developed a consensus that not only was there global warming, but that it was almost certainly man-made. Okay? That's a conspiracy against the man, or whoever they happen to be at the time. They don't want to believe that. So for them, it is easier to believe that there is this vast conspiracy of all scientists in the world getting together to hate on them and make gloom and doom them all over. It's really pretty bizarre. Can I? Oh, leave me alone! Hello, sheep. Defend me, sheep. All right, so. Wait a minute. Done be lost. It was a good spot. So, yeah. They see criticism as conspiracy, and that's really unfortunate. It's sort of the bads. Well, they're both bads, but the flip side of the coin when it comes to conspiracy. What am I saying? Confirmation bias. Thank you. A big old hole in the ground. Anything they want to believe must be true. Anything they don't want to believe is a conspiracy against them. And it's really pretty unfortunate, really. And then you get to where science relies on verifiable results. It treats things with respect if they can be verified, if they have been verified, if they're repeatedly verifiable, if the results can be verified again whenever people want to. These are these really strong case things. Evidence, sources, things that can be measured and examined and saved for future reference and things like that. Those are all very strong, useful things for real science, whereas for pseudoscience and rhetoricalness in general, no. Verifiable evidence is bad. Not necessarily directly. I mean, they'll still say the evidence suggests. The problem is they'll cling to things. I'd say they even cling to outliers, basically. If it says what they wanted to the one time, they're done. They're good enough. It did what I expected. That must be true because it confirmed my expectations. Why bother repeating the test? Why do it multiple times? Why have some other lab try again and see if they can verify and improve my results? See? No, that's not necessary because I got the result I wanted with the first couple of times. It must be true. So non-repeatable results are a clinical sign. Of pseudoscience, or those arguing against science as a generality, I guess. And then comes the claims that are made regarding science. By the way, I built Yeah, another shelter. I have slept here, and I'm making some food, cleaning up my inventory just a little bit. In fact, actually, no, I can't do that. However, I can do this. Okay. Be gone. Actually, it doesn't matter. So I'm going to make a portal at this one, like so. Nice big old square portal. Whoa! Just not like that. Not sure where this will end up, so I'm going to have to take a screenshot on the other side. Hopefully it will come back into the right place, but let's set it on fire. Excellent. Okay, so let's try this. I'll just get with the topic again. Let's see. Oof. Oh, look at that. That's good right over there. I don't have any magma directly above me. Very good. It's open enough, whoops, that it's probably okay, so let's make sure. We have enough for another portal, unless I make... Oh. Ow. Okay, good enough. So, how's my food? Ooh, good enough. Okay, so anything else I can bake? Not really. So let me claim my stuff back. And move on. By the way, I got this earlier. That's pretty cool. So, shall we go? Ha! Ooh, it's even daylight. Cool. All right, so, yeah, claims. Now, real scientists are actually pretty conservative about their work. I mean, they're liberal in their ideas. I'm not speaking politically, but I mean, they're willing to engage new ideas, and they're willing to be led by the nose by the products of their work. Is this right? Yes. And, you know, so... By the way, taiga, my first taiga, I believe, in my territory that I'm aware of, anyways. I could be wrong. Probably am wrong, but... Woo. But, you know, to that extent, but when they're actually... Ooh. I don't have the means, do I? I do not. In fact, why am I carrying seeds? I was thinking maybe I should finally cave in and get a horse for this trip, but I hate horses, so I think I'll just not. Well... If they're going to be able to keep doing their work, they either have to be a sellout, and a few of them probably are. I mean, you had Halliburton and the Koch brothers and all this stuff hiring scientist after scientist after scientist. Some of those scientists said exactly what the companies wanted, and they fell into the category of things that were unverifiable, but nobody else was able to verify the results. So it was very clearly pseudoscience. But some of the ones had, you know, they took the job. It was a paying gig. Everybody needs to eat, including scientists. And they did all this work, and they took it back and forth as many times as they were asked to do. And the results were in freaking global warming's real. Okay, they tried and tried and tried. And to be honest about their work, they finally had to say, sorry, this is confirmed. This is real. The extrapolation forward, you know, how bad will it be? What are all the immediate consequences? What's causing it exactly? In what ways? Those are still things that are being studied and debated, but that it is here and that it is caused by us is essentially set in stone now. It's every result that shows that has been verifiable. Every result that denies it has not been verifiable, and it's not through lack of effort, considering all the money that the people who'd rather it not be true are throwing at it, you know what I mean? So, that said, scientists, a good scientist, look at that. Oplek has left the game. He'll come right back, right? Maybe not. Even he needs a break. Oh. Can I get out of here? No. Fine. So, if they want to be able to keep their job, if they want to be able to keep doing this for a living, for their foreseeable future, they actually have to be good at it. They don't have, you know, and part of that is being conservative about what they say is the result of their work. And this is where the original cartoon that I posted and got this argument started earlier in the day, or starting yesterday, but they didn't even notice it for a couple of days, was, shoot, where was my brain just now? What just happened? I literally lost it. Oh, come on. scientists. Claims, limiting claims, that's right. In the cartoon, the scientist basically starts out and saying, I can't remember. So let's just say it was about global warming, and they say, evidence is very strong that global warming is real and it's anthropogenic. So the reporter says, we're all doomed. Scientist predicts end of world. Okay, which is not as extreme as it sounds. Literally, there have been articles like that. And then the scientist comes back and says, no, that's not what I said. I'm saying there's strong evidence for X, Y, and Z. To which the reporter then says, scientists are baffled and confused and aren't sure of anything. To which the scientist then says, F you. To which the reporter says, then the reporter basically says, scientist threatens to murder me. It's very hyperbolic. The scientist never said any of the things that were reported. I see this all the time, like Science News or Neil deGrasse Tyson or somebody, hawking right now with maybe the event horizons aren't real. Maybe there's some other feature to black holes we don't understand that does comport with relativity of whatever it is that I've lost that part. They're being conservative. They're saying, this is what the math seems to suggest. They phrase it very, conditionally. This seems to be this. That seems to be that. If you extrapolate this, then that. It's all pretty conservative, pretty laid back. The real thing to do is to limit the claims of usefulness of a science or a discovery or whatever. Just lay out what you found. Don't make weird extrapolations. And unfortunately, the media does that for them, and it's really bad, and the scientists have to say, no, that's not what I said. But pseudoscientists, the people on the other side of that, the very first thing out the door is cured cancer. They're sensationalism from the get-go. In fact, oftentimes sensationalism before they actually have any results to be verified that they will then avoid verifying. Right, and finally, though I'm not sure if this is something I'd put last, but in this particular description, accurate measurement is a tool of good science. It seems like it's pretty straightforward. Who would measure anything accurately? Well, apparently... Oh, cool. Apparently quite a few people, at least pseudoscientists, are quite at home with ballpark estimates. I mean, I do that. If I'm in a debate about, like, I don't know, health issues or something like that, then I'll throw out sort of substantiated, but come on, ballpark. If I read somewhere that, from a study that showed that 45% of people suffer from X, Y, or Z, then when it ever comes up, and I talk to someone about it, I'll say roughly that. It's sort of ballpark-ish kind of thing, but it's based on somebody who had done something that was very much not a ballpark estimate. So I'm not sure how to treat that one exactly, but as a generality... Hello, Rain? Yes, books! Someone's just got killed. We do not like. What was that noise? Oh man, they're all inside. Huh. All inside. How'd they get inside in the first place? Oh well. It's just a village. It's just a village. Hello. He's willing to take all those books off my hands, is he? Sure, why not? What are you gonna give me now? Whoa! Whoa! Dude, you didn't just go in there, did you? Oh my gosh! Holy! No! I think I lost the guy. Well, that didn't work out so well. Who survived? And are you willing to talk to me? You are. Dude, why are you so upset? Oh, well. So, yeah, accurate measurement versus inaccurate measurement is certainly one of the hallmarks of this sort of business. Oh, I should record this location. Let me do this later. Boink. Still have a ways to go, I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go there. So, yeah, I don't know. I did a very terrible job relating this, but how can I put it? Science is, I mean, I've said it so many times. It's a self-testing, self-doubting, self-critiquing, stage after stage after stage of self-correcting method. Science isn't X, Y, and Z is the truth. Science is a methodology for figuring out what the truth is in the first place. So even if you're absolutely convinced that creation is the way, and there's no such thing as evolution, and global warming is not real, the only way you're ever going to find out if that's true is through a method that verifies it, and that's science. So, I mean, that's essentially what deism is, as I understand it. People who still believe, but they didn't believe what people were telling them just because some book told them to. Rather, they believed that, God figure, if there's any way to know the God figure, it's going to be through knowing the world, which is essentially another word for science. You find out through testing and verifying and exploring and studying, not believe me and you will be saved. I don't know. I'm going weird places with this, but it bothers me so much when people will use, like I said, Hawking coming to sort of a reverse conclusion of something he'd earlier said and deciding, well, maybe considering new things that we have learned in the years since I posited the possibility of something called the event horizon. Ooh, look at that. He posited the plausibility of this thing called the event horizon surrounding black holes. Recently he said, I'm not sure about that anymore. New evidence and in new science doesn't really jive with that, and I'm starting to agree more with the new science than with my old hypothesis or theory on the. I'm using the words probably incorrectly because they do have very specific meanings. Hello, you must be indoors, right? Holy. But that's being now people are taking that as an excuse to disregard anything he's ever said that they don't like. Oh, he can't make up his mind. He must not know what he's talking about. It's a terrible way to approach this. So yeah, that's my rant. That rant did not get me all the way to where I hope to be. It did, however, get me a lot of gold, a few emeralds, a lot of books, and more emeralds if I had the patience to stay here and farm. Let's see, I'm just seeing if anybody has... Come on, cooperate. Oh, books. Jeez 'em. What do you got? Come on, interact. No! Crap. Oh, I'm sorry. Not worth it. Alright, well, I'm going to take your books, because I'm the book raider. I'm going to need these for making, like, all kinds of things down the road. More bookshelves. Oh, a purple guy. Okay. Open up. Okay. Okay, I'm still headed the right way. Oh, let me record this as well. Okay, good. So I'm going to keep on keeping on for a while until I get where I'm going. I'll try to get another episode out of it, which probably means I'll have to come up with another rant, because that's the only thing that's truly, well, not necessarily a rant, but, a topic. It's generally the only thing compatible, I think, with episodes like this where I'm just running in one direction. But there you have it. I hope you got something out of what I was talking about. It was poorly constructed, and I like that. Look at that. That's beautiful. That's cool. I like that. I had to consider this for a building someday. Though I really need to focus more on finishing the buildings I started, and also, for that matter, starting my super secret project. Though I still have to decide how exactly I'm going to record that. Regardless, I should set you folks loose for your, well, for you, today is Saturday, isn't it? No, Friday. So, you probably won't even watch this until Saturday or later, but be that as it may, whatever weekend is closest to you, you'd best enjoy it, alright? Goodbye.